Hey everyone, welcome back. It is super blown out in this room. I don't know why. It's like the middle of the afternoon and this is an east-facing window, so look at that. I don't know where all that light's coming from. But today we're going to do a quick little video. It's just going to be my pet tour, which I mentioned I was going to do in my, I think, my houseplant tour video. So I'm going to go around and talk about all of the pets that I have. It's mostly just like fish and dogs. Well, that's literally all it is. It's fish and dogs. I've got some ladybugs that are zooming around here somewhere, but they're not really pets. They're just like, you know, bugs that eat other bugs, which is nice. And what you need when you have heavy-handed watering. But yeah, oh my goodness, this is so blown out. Anyway, let's just jump right into it. So I guess we'll start over here with these feet that are sticking out of my bed. I wonder whose feet they are. Who's that? Oh, this is CECE. She is my baby. She's getting hair all over my bed. Oh, I gotta wash my sheets again. She is a Alaskan KLEE Shiba Inu mix. She's gonna be 9 in August. And she's a very pretty dog. She only weighs like 10 pounds. Oh, she's so sleepy right now. But we picked her out because she had really nice eyeliner and she was such a cute puppy. I'll put a picture up of what she looked like as a puppy. But we kind of call her our cat because she basically acts like a cat. And she's part Shiba Inu, which means she doesn't really listen to a lot of people in this house. She listens to about me, and that's it, which infuriates my mom. She was also the runt of her litter. I think she had 2 sisters. And she's American, so we had her flown in from Massachusetts. Right? Yeah, we went to go pick you up in Buffalo, Victoria and I. My sister and I picked her up at the airport in Buffalo and brought her back, and she was so tiny. She was like the size of her head. She was the smallest little thing. It was so cute. And now look at her. Now she's just big and rules the house. So this good boy right here is Boone. And Boone is my parents' dog. He's gonna be 8 years old in May. he's an absolute big suck. So he's half border collie. What are you? Half border collie, a quarter collie, and a quarter chow mix. So he has all of this long, fluffy hair. And he's also got heterochromia. So he has 2 different eyes. He's got a brown eye and he's got, okay, lovely. He's got a brown eye and he's got a blue eye. My grandparents who live in the basement of this place actually have his brother Teddy, who is gigantic and like twice his size. Boone was the runt of the litter. We tend to just kind of get the runts of each litter. But yeah, he's a good boy. Are you a good boy? Yeah. All he does all day long is lay here and chill. That's Boone.
We're gonna watch the dogs. Here. Just watch CeCe.
Yeah, I'm watching.
Get some growly. There's your dishes and your spoons.
So this was the first tank that I got back in January. You might remember it from the video of my house tour, back when it was the only fish tank that I have, and now I have 3. But yeah, so I've since moved the fish that were in here into the bigger tank, and this is now a home to DENATHRIUS, who's this red veiltail beta. I really like just how rich and red he is. He's like fully red, but he's got these white tips on the bottom of his fins. And yeah, there's also some autosynclists that are in here somewhere. Usually they're in here or they're over there or something. But this is a 5-gallon tank from Top Fin, which I think is a PetSmart exclusive. All of the filtration and the heater and everything are in here, and it has this really bright light that kind of sits on the top, and there's this this lid, this glass lid that you just kind of like slide out of the way to feed and stuff. I've got some water lettuce in here with this guy. I just took a bunch of it out because this stuff grows like a weed. Down here I've got, oh, I gotta clean that up. Down here I've got some water clover, so some MARSILEA something or other. I'll put the name up on the screen. This right here is some ANUBIAS Nana Petite, I think it's called, and it's just shoved into a hole in this thing. This is actually just a piece of plastic. I found this at PetSmart, and in all of my other fish tanks I have like natural wood and rock and everything, but I really liked the look of this one, and I thought it looked real enough that I could get away with, you know, having it in a fish tank and not looking too fake. So, yeah, so I've got that. I'll show you the view from the other side. So when I'm sitting over there, I actually see it from that side a lot more often than I see it from this side. So over here, you can see one of the autos right there. There's 3 in here. But yeah, I've got some more of that water clover over here. There's some Marimo moss balls, which they're very old. I purchased them years before they were banned. So I think they're fine. You can't really find them really anymore because they were bringing zebra mussels into North America. And so they were banned, I think, right when the pandemic started. Over here I've got this is some guppy grass. It was part of a big clump of guppy grass, but a lot of it kind of died off in my tanks. Some of it stayed alive, so I just kind of planted it in there. And this is some more water clover, but it's like the big kind. So over here, that is the small kind of water clover, and that's the big kind, I guess. But it died back when I first put it in, and it's just starting now to like put out some new shoots and some new growth. There's one of the autos right there. But yeah, I really like this tank, and I see this tank a lot when I'm sitting here watching TV and stuff. I just kind of look over and see what DENATHRIUS is doing. He's a pretty chill beta. He's a little fiery, but he gets along pretty well with the little autos that are in here. So this right here is my biggest fish tank. It's a 15-gallon fluval edge. So it's really nice. It's got this lid here. It's got some bright lights. It's got this like it's like a honeycomb pattern, so you don't really see the water line. And all the filter and everything are back here in like behind this wall. There's like a nice area for the filter. You can put a heater back there and other stuff. But yeah, in this tank this is a Galaxy Koi Placat beta, and his name is Diomedes, like the Greek warrior. But funny enough, it's not really focusing. I don't know how there. But funny enough, my niece Everly, who's 7, she came in to look at the fish, and I was like, oh, this is Diomedes. And she said, why did you name him Diabetes? But it's kind of on point. I'm a type 1 diabetic. So yeah, that's Diomedes or diabetes. And then I have these 2 platies. I have another one, which I'll get to later, but these 2 there's a male right there with the black and a female there with the white. And they had babies. You can see one of them right here. There's a bunch of smaller ones in here as well. I just got this little, like, I don't know, this little thing to put the babies in because I only got 4 out of them. There's another one that I keep seeing swimming around here. But all of these fish will eat the babies, so I thought I would try and save some. This one right here is another female, and I need another female. I need another female because that male right there, the father of all the babies, is one of the most aggressive fish. Like, he's way more aggressive than this guy. This guy's so chill and easygoing. He is super aggressive. Sometimes Diomedes steps in and puts him in his place, which is nice, but he is so aggressive. And there's actually another male platy in here, which I'll try to find, but he's looking so sad because this guy just goes after him and just attacks him. And I've tried moving the other platy out into another fish tank, but my other tanks all have betas in them, and he wasn't doing good in any of those either. So I feel really bad for that guy. This guy's just such a dick right there. I don't know what to do with him. But in this tank, I also have a bunch of cardinals. So I've got 4 cardinals. I did have 4 more cardinals, but this guy ate them all. So yeah, I would like to get more cardinals. eventually. I don't know what to do with all these platies. Maybe I'll have to get another fish tank just for the platies. But yeah, I really like cardinals. When I first was fish keeping about like 10 years ago, I had a really nice aquascaped tank full of cardinal tetras. And then I made a mistake with some algicide and killed the whole thing. But I really like these guys. They're kind of like neons, except you'll notice that like neon tetras don't have as much red coloring. In a neon tetra, they have red, I think it's either the front half or the back half. But these ones have a more vibrant color. They get to be a little bit bigger. And they're just, yeah, they're really nice. I find that they're more vibrant with their colors than just regular neons. I've also got some autosynclus. These little guys, these little sucker fish. There's 2 in here. There was 3, but one of them just up and disappeared. That platy probably ate them. As for plants in here, I've just got this. This is like water clover, Marsileia something or other. There's some Anubias, some shortleaf Anubias in there. There's some more back behind there, stuck to that rock. This is just an Amazon sword. It's kind of big, and it takes away from the aquascape a bit, but it's fine. I'll just keep all the swords back there. That's a Java fern, which I have on a rock that's in the back there. And these are some crypts. So there's that one there, and there's this one right here. And this over here is guppy grass. I think it's like all that remains of the guppy grass in this tank. I had a big clump, and it just completely melted off. Similarly, back here, behind all the fish food, there's a bunch of Scarlet Temple, and it completely melted, so I ended up cutting it back, and hopefully it'll start growing new shoots. But there's some there, there's some also in the back, like around that Java fern and stuff too. And I've been kind of surprised about how this has grown, because it hasn't looked too good in this tank. I do have CO2, and I fertilize it once a week and stuff. But I've noticed that like little tiny things like this are popping up all over the place. So it's really nice to see. I've also got a bunch of water lettuce that's sitting up above here. It's all being pushed here by the filter, but I just kind of move it about, and yeah, so let's see if I can find that other platy. He's usually hanging out like right down in that little cave area, because he's so sad. But I have seen him out and about, so let's see if I can find him. Oh, there he is. He's back there. So that's the other male, and it's kind of hard to see because he's so far away. But he's got like bite marks all over him. Like you can see behind his eyes and stuff. He has a big chunk of his tail missing, all because of this guy right here, who is not a very nice dude. And I think he was even attacking this little one before I got him in there. But yeah, that is my 15-gallon. I really like this tank. It's a fluval edge, and I highly recommend it. The lights could be a little bit brighter, especially if you want to grow live plants in a fish tank. But I really like this tank. It's such a good tank. And then over here, beside my 15-gallon on my desk, I have this little tank, and this tank is kind of funny because I had this tank and the one out in the living room, and I was talking with fish tanks with a friend of mine, and she kind of mentioned that her husband sells like tanks on the side, and she has betas that she breeds on the side or whatever. And it happened to be my birthday back in February. And she was like, oh, when are you going to come out? Like, I've got something for you. And it turned out to be this tank right here. It's just a little 3-gallon. And where is he? A beta right here. And so this is Achilles. He is I think a dragon scale beta. I think that's what he's called. He's very aggressive. So he's not like Diomedes over here. Diomedes over here is super chill, super easygoing. I say that as he's just chasing after something. But Achilles is kind of a dick. He's always flaring. I had the other platy in here, the like sad male platy in here with Achilles, and Achilles just was like going after him all the time. And I don't know where he is. He keeps going back behind. Ah, there he is. So he just kind of hangs out. I've got this piece of driftwood. I don't really have any plants in here except for that water lettuce because the lights really aren't that strong. But again, all the like filter and the heater and stuff is in here. This one has a cool little pump that you can like pull out when you're doing water changes, and it spins around, and then it'll put water out this little spout that's over here. So that's really, it's really convenient. I really like that feature. I have to move the tank, but it's only a 3-gallon. This is my smallest tank that I have. But yeah, it's a cute little tank. I really like this piece of wood that I have there. Some of these other pieces fell down too. But yeah, I would like to get some more plants in here. I just don't know if the lights are bright enough. I might have to take some of the floating plants out though to grow some plants in here. But yeah, so that one's Achilles. There he is, back there. I don't know where he is. But that's Achilles' tank. Achilles' tank. Achilles' tank? That's Achilles. Thanks again for watching. Remember to like and subscribe for similar content. On Mondays, I post videos about houseplants. And on Fridays, I also post videos about houseplants. And reading, writing, photography, art, and any other generic interests of mine. As always, you can find my social media links in the description below. Also, you can find links to H&H Games, the board game company I've helped create, and our debut board game, Season of Heroes. You can also find the Amazon links to my fantasy series, A Chronicle of Crowns. Thanks for watching, bye!